Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters show. It's the 6th of February, 26.
Good to be here. And it's a really strange day in the markets.
How so?
It feels like a tale of two markets, really. You've got the local sort of old economy construction property doing incredibly well.
Okay.
But on the other hand, the global tech story is starting to crack, and that's dragging our local names down with it.
Let's start there then with that tech slump. The numbers look pretty ugly.
They're not great. Awanbiru Technology, for example, tumbled 18%.
18, wow. And Zetrix AI.
Down nearly 13%. This is a sharp, sharp sell-off.
So is this just local panic, or is there something bigger at play?
Oh, it's definitely bigger. It's contagion from the U.S.
Yeah.
Investors everywhere are suddenly reassessing these huge AI valuations.
Right. The sentiment has flipped.
Exactly. It's gone bearish. And if you can't prove you have a real defensible AI business, you're getting sold off.
Okay, so while tech is hurting, the Berjaya Group seems to be making some interesting moves. Berjaya Food first?
Yeah, they posted a net loss of RM 11.98 million.
Which sounds bad, but they're framing it as a recovery.
It sounds contradictory, I know. But the key is that the loss is narrowing. After 9 straight quarters of losses, their cost-saving measures are finally starting to work.
So it's not growth, but it's stabilization.
Precisely. They're stopping the bleeding.
And over at the parent company, Berjaya Corp, there's a leadership change.
Nerine Tan has been redesignated as CEO. And maybe more importantly, Vincent Tan's private vehicle just picked up another 6.2% stake.
That's a strong signal.
It's leadership consolidation. It shows the main shareholder is backing the new CEO.
Now let's talk about Timberwell. There's a takeover offer on the table.
Yes, at 90 cents per share from the new major shareholder, IOI Properties.
And the stock has been on an absolute tear leading up to this.
Oh yeah, it's climbed 167% in just 3 months. This offer kind of validates that whole run-up.
Shifting to consumers, FNN, their first quarter net profit fell by over a third.
Yeah, and they're blaming the weaker U.S. dollar.
So a short-term issue.
I think so. It hurts their export margins. But analysts are still quite bullish, especially looking ahead to the Visit Malaysia 2026 campaign.
Right, hoping for a boost in domestic consumption.
Exactly.
Speaking of highs, IOI Properties hit an all-time high of RM 3.26. What's driving that?
Data centers. It's all about the land.
Explain that.
Analysts are predicting huge income gains from them selling land in Banting, specifically for data centers. It's a classic picks and shovels play on the AI boom.
You don't buy the AI company, you buy the land their servers sit on.
You got it.
Okay, let's run through a few rapid-fire updates. ICT Zone Asia.
TA Securities initiated on them with a buy call. They see a 42% upside.
Keyfield.
They've secured a big shipbuilding contract, RM 70.7 million.
Haley Group.
Another contract win. A RM 48 million housing project in Skudai.
Farm price is looking to move up.
Yep, eyeing a transfer to the main market. More prestige, more access to funds.
And a deal that didn't happen. Page ATS and Malakoff Utilities.
That acquisition has lapsed. It's dead in the water.
Sunview is diversifying.
Into solar power generation. That's a big pivot for them, moving from one-off construction fees to, recurring income.
And finally, Bursa Malaysia's CEO says they're focusing on larger IPOs this year.
They want to boost market vibrancy, attract bigger fish.
Okay, let's switch gears to the broader economy and politics. There's a review of the withholding tax on REITs.
This is critical for income investors. That 10% tax concession is a big deal.
What happens if it's not renewed?
It could really hit REIT valuations. The net yield for investors would drop, making them less attractive.
On the currency front, some optimism from the finance minister, too.
He sees more upside for the ringgit, which is trading around 3.94 against the dollar.
And he's also hinting at GDP forecast upgrades.
That's right. A stronger ringgit tends to bring foreign funds back into our market, so it's all connected.
Also some direct aid coming. The SARO program.
A one-off RM100 payment credited to MyCAD starting February 9. A small boost for consumer spending.
And in industry policy, the economy minister is talking about rare earths.
He wants downstream processing. Basically, we need to stop just exporting raw materials and start selling the valuable finished products. Keep the value here.
And what's this new RM 30 million media fund?
It's meant to help media outlets digitize, but of course there are concerns. The deputy minister had to deny it would compromise media freedom.
A few quick legal updates. Isa Sun's appeal.
The federal court decides on February 10.
And Alton Tuya case.
Her family has returned the damages payment to the government.
Okay. MCMC settled a suit with Murray Hunter, and a big one. The court says Shell must pay Petronas in a gas dispute.
That's a huge clarification. It solidifies a major revenue stream for Petronas.
Now let's look abroad. Trouble for Indonesia.
It seems so. Moody's cut their outlook to negative, citing governance concerns.
And that had an immediate impact.
It did. The rupiah and their bonds both slipped. It's a warning that even with strong GDP growth, global investors really care about governance.
In the tech world, Bitcoin tumbled below $70,000.
Yeah, on fears of a hawkish new U.S. Fed chair nominee.
And there's this software-mageddon happening.
It's just fear. Investors are fleeing traditional software stocks, thinking AI will make them redundant. A bit of an overreaction, maybe.
Central banks were also in focus. The ECB.
They left rates unchanged, as expected.
And the Bank of England
Also held rates, but it was a very narrow vote. They're signaling that cuts are coming soon.
In manufacturing, TSMC is planning to make advanced 3-nanometer chips in Japan.
That's a huge win for Japan's tech sector. At the same time, NVIDIA's sale of AI chips to ByteDance has stalled because of U.S. conditions. The tech war continues.
And finally, a worrying sign from the U.S. economy.
Yes, job cuts for January hit their highest level since 2009.
A recessionary signal.
It certainly looks like the U.S. labor market is starting to crack.
So to sum it all up, the story of the day is local opportunity in areas like construction and commodities set against this backdrop of global volatility in tech and currencies.
That's a perfect summary. You need to keep an eye on those local data center plays, but be very wary of the shifting global tech sentiment.
Subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast so you won't miss any important updates to the Malaysian market news.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.